Now we're going to go to an email that is going to follow up with where we started with the monologue, and it's just perfect. I have a question for the Love Doctor. Dear Dr. Paul, I need advice. I have started dating again after 23 years of marriage. I am 44 years old with 2 kids. The man I am with now I have known platonically for several years, and we have only been dating now for 6 weeks. Long story as to how this came to be. Okay. I don't know if it's because we have known each other so long and are comfortable with each other, or if it's because he really is the one, quote unquote. But every time we are together, the way he looks at me and the way I look back, the way our lives and children have melded, the way we just seem to belong together makes me realize that I love him. Okay? And I believe he loves me as well. However, because I've not been separated for very long, I think he is afraid to make me feel pressured, so although I can almost see it on the tip of his tongue sometimes, he hasn't said the magic words yet. And so neither have I. Precisely what we're talking about. So the problem is this. How do I tell him I love him? I watched all of your videos, but my question is more about timeline. Is it too soon in the dating? And what to do if he isn't ready to hear that despite what I think he feels? I really appreciate your advice and thanks. And she gives her name, which we won't reveal. Here is a perfect scenario, and I'm really happy to get this email. Let's put this in perspective. At your point in life with 4 children, this man is interested. He's not concerned about the fact that you have 4 children. You've used the word MELDED, melded together. So you're in a position now where he is thinking the following, in my opinion. All right? And I'm looking at this from, again, a man's perspective. Wow, she's only been separated for 6 weeks. Hey, I don't want to get into this, and I really hitting this already emotionally, and have her, I'm going back to my ex-husband. Wow, or my husband to be ex. He doesn't want to go there. However, he may feel a little insecure with that. You are in the perfect position to look him in the eye and do it without the kids around. Maybe you guys can go to coffee or whatever. I do that a lot. I say that a lot. Go to a park, take a walk, sit down and look at him and say, look, I need to let you know something. I'm in love with you, or I love you. And I want you to know, first start with this. Say, I want you to know that I am not returning to my husband. If that's a concern of yours, get over it, because I'm not going back to him. That's done. I'm separated. It's going to be divorce, and that's the end of it. However, I need to let you know that I love you. Bam. Okay, then listen to what he says. Look at him carefully and see what he says. Now, he may hedge. By hedging, I mean he's going to say, well, I feel that I'm in love with you too, or I feel that I'm becoming in love with you. If he hedges, it's okay. It's okay because he's wanted to say this. Don't feel that, I said it and he's not sure. No. What he's not sure about is, it's not how he feels about himself that he's not sure. He's not sure about the situation. You've got to open up with saying to him, I want you to know, and I want to make it crystal clear that I'm not going back to my husband. That, I understand, may be a concern of yours, but it's not, and I want to let you know something else. And you pause and say, I love you. And you may be shocked. He may come back and say, like my producer Mike said earlier, feel relieved. He may feel relieved, or in this case, in a reverse situation, saying, I'm glad you said that because I feel the same way. And I feel like, I could be in love with you, or I feel that I'm becoming in love with you. Whatever he says, and it may be a hedge, but that's okay. It's all right. He's going to come through. He wouldn't be there this long if he weren't interested. He's accepted, the fact that you have children, and it's a cool situation as far as he's concerned. So that's what I'm sharing with you. And one of the reasons I'm sharing this with you for this length of time is because we've had so many emails following last week's show and the caller that I had to address that. And that's why I opened up with who says I love you first. It's a time and place, and either person can say it. Don't not say it. If you feel it, say it. You said he has that feeling on the tip of his tongue. Well, you're opening the door for him. Put yourself in his position. He's with a woman who's just been separated for 6 weeks. Wow. He's saying, well, this is rather tenuous. I might or might not be able to make headway here because she is maybe going back to him. That's probably his biggest fear. Make that fear go away. All right? And tell him exactly what I said. Thank you for writing that letter. It was a good one. Okay, we're going to a break. This is Dr. Paul. We'll be right back after the upcoming messages. Another email that I know you're going to like.